Hello, everybody. This is ELENI and Marcus. And if you haven't caught any of these episodes before, what Marcus is actually doing at the moment is he's preparing himself to go into a state where he's able to channel a higher dimensional being called Ameed. And Marcus has been doing this for the last 25 years or so. And we've decided that it would be a great opportunity to bring forth the messages of Ameed, the high dimensional being, into the public domain, because they're always loving. It's always a higher frequency and a higher perspective. And so what we do every single week is that I ask a question and Ameed basically answers it. So Ameed is, like I said, a high dimensional being, and whether you choose to believe that's possible or not, it doesn't matter. You just take the message and don't worry about the messenger. And so let's just see if Ameed is there and Ameed is ready to say hello.
It is with much enjoyment that we are able to be present with you in this moment, in this time. For much of our experiences in the moment of what you would consider the now experience. In our dimension of reality, time is much of difference to the aspect of time that you experience. And we come to you in this now moment to experience and share the gifts of wisdom and knowledge from our dimensional perspective of your current journey through time and space and dimension.
Thank you so much. I've got a question that I would like to know, Ameed. I'm wondering whether just to know, is Marcus the only channel that you choose to use, or do you use other channels as well?
In this moment, there is the one channel we are gifted with. This is a mentorship as such, as you might understand it. This is that I am here to share the information through this channel. I have other connections on other planets that I am gifted with to speak through. In this dimension of reality, this is the engine, this is the vehicle that I have been gifted with to speak through. This does not mean others will not appear, but in the gifting of this, we each have one that we are speaking through on this and in this dimension, on this earth plane. We have others that we are speaking through on other systems, on other planets. But for this planet, this is the expression of this. From time to time, we might work through one other or other persons, but for the majority of the time, this is the channel that I speak through as the mentor of this channel.
Thank you. You talk about other planets, and so I thought I'd ask you a question about that. So are we to understand that there are other, because this place that we call Earth, we know that currently we're experiencing a third density consciousness. Are there other planets with the same consciousness as us?
There, one thing that you must understand that we are sharing with you is that you live in a universe that is teeming with life. The universe that you can imagine, that you can see, is one sector of a much grander universal perspective. There are many systems. There are many beings. There are many planets that that have the ability to contain and maintain a life form, consciousness, life form that you speak of. There are many of these at various levels of expansion and various levels of dimensional reality, of consciousness. The one joining feature, the one connecting feature is the consciousness of these beings. This is the collective connection that all of the sentient beings, all of the beings are connected through consciousness. There are planets that are at a similar consciousness level to your existence, your experience. But there are also many that are further along on the journey, and some that are shorter on the journey that you have experienced. The role of the mentoring is to assist in the development of the consciousness. Our role is to assist the universe in itself to continue to evolve and expand. This expansion is a consciousness journey of reality. The consciousness is the centerpiece of the creation. It is how we expanded into this universe, how we transition from one universe to another. It is how this universe is growing and expanding. Consciousness is a pivotal aspect of it and a direct reflection of the innate intelligence of the universe. You are contained in a parcel of consciousness reality that you are attempting to expand, attempting to evolve through. And our role is to assist and support this, as it is on other planets who are transitioning, transversing through other parcels of consciousness reality. This you understand as the dimensions, and in this dimension there is speak of the four dimensions, and moving into 5 and 6 dimensions. This is a consciousness construct. This is not a space-time construct, as your science may speak of. This is an expansion, an evolution of conscious reality. This is a circular, a spherical expansion of consciousness evolution. And as you expand in consciousness, you have the ability to look back at the lower levels of consciousness. In this moment, at this time, it is not possible to look up into other dimensions and fully understand that until you reach that space of reality.
Thank you. And so you talk about this relationship that you have with Marcus as a mentoring relationship. Is it going to be the case that this is going to be like a phenomenon that will be on the increase, where other beings are coming in to mentor more and more people on the earth plane as we start to evolve and shift consciousness?
This is a reality, and we would ask you a question. Do you feel that in this time-space continuum that this might be helpful?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially because there are so many people that are trying to channel and they think that they can't. I know that they are still channeling in some other way, but the way that you're mentoring Marcus it feels like it's a very direct channel. And I know that, myself included, I would love to have the opportunity to be able to have this kind of conversation with a being at my disposal at any time. I mean, this is the ultimate mentoring. So absolutely, I feel this would be incredibly valuable.
And this is a reality that you have access to, that as beings from what you would consider the other dimensions, the higher dimensions, for we have been in the existence for many of the years of your earth, the years, and as such we have transitioned through the journey that you are on. This is what is the allowance of what you would understand as the mentoring, the guidance of the wisdom of the universal knowledge and understanding. And we wish to assist you to expand and to move through this disharmonic resonant pattern that is playing out in your experience of transformation. In such, there is a mentor guide for each person that is here. You are connected to them. The process that you must find is just to be in a center, invite the conversation in, and just allow yourself to receive. And this is what is destined for each of you, to have your own mental guidance and help you to access your deeper wisdom and understanding of this reality, to really help to remind you of what you already know, for you are already connected into this aspect of reality. And as such, it is a remembering of this truth. You have this access. Once the connection is made, you will not lose this connection. Once the connection is granted or the gifted, then you will be connected for the rest of the experience here on the earth plane. You must just let go, just allow, and then use the what you would consider the imagination and speak as if it is reality and it is true. You must imagine speaking to your mentor guide, and they will speak back, and you will eventually connect into the point that you hear the speech. You hear the messages and the information that is being sent to you in this moment. This is not an exclusive experience. This is a collective experience, and we are here to support and assist you all on this journey. Your role in this expansion is to connect in, is to sense and experience this reality, for we are here to support and guide. Much of the evolution of this space has been to have you misbelieve that you have a connection, to misbelieve that this is possible or even a reality. But this is when we ventured here back many thousands of years ago. We came and spoke and assisted because the consciousness was open to this form of support. In this moment, there is the channel support that is open and to some degree free to communicate through. Eventually, this will be in a person event where we will be able to come and experience each other. This time is coming, and whether it is the reality of what you hear now, coming and the visiting, you will experience and see and get the support. We wish to be there. There are many who wish to come and to support and to be there to help rebuild, to reignite, to re-amplify the reality of your existence. But this has been difficult in the evolution of the consciousness into the ego consciousness, into the controlled consciousness. And whether you understand this or maybe not a dislike, there has been much control around consciousness. For consciousness is the key to expansion. Consciousness is the key to development. And consciousness is the key to harmonic resonant patterns where the species is living in the harmony ability. And the de-evolution, the other forces understand the consciousness control is important to maintain the de-evolution process. But we are here to help you awaken into this moment and have you understand to regain control of your consciousness. There are many mediums that download information to you constantly. Your role is to remain conscious as information is being transmitted into you, so you can discern what is the real and what is true, what is for your betterment, what is harmonious and disharmonious, what is stable and destabilizing frequencies. Your role is to maintain and to come back to the center of stability and harmony. And we are here to assist this process. When this is able to happen at a many of you state, then we will be able to experience each other and once again guide and support you on the journey, both of connection, both of evolution, and once again returning to the family of light in a universe teeming with life.
That is going to be an exciting time. I can't wait for that to happen. I just wanted to ask one final question, just to expand on something you've already said, which is that we all have a being that's been assigned to us to act as our mentor. And you said that if we just allow ourselves to let go, to imagine, to start the conversation, then the conversation will continue and we'll have them for the rest of our lives. Is there anything else that we need to do to bring about that relationship with our mentor?
The aspect that always is of the amusing for us as we watch your kind struggle with these concepts is that they are simple and connections are already made. We would ask you in this moment just to close your eyes and just to let go of the desire for the connection, the energy of the connection. Let go of the energy of wanting or having or musting this connection, and for a moment just allow yourself to feel the hands of your connection on your shoulders, standing behind you. Just imagine that this being is of a very tall nature, of the much taller than the human kind. And they are there holding, they're resting their hands on your shoulders. You can, for a moment, just feel into this connection now. Feel into the hands on your shoulders. This being is tall and looks over you because of the size, the tallness. And in this moment, for you in particular, you can imagine that they are adorned in ancient Egyptian clothing as you might understand it. This is not necessarily the truth of the experience, but in your mind, this will help you to construct the reality of this experience. And as such, they are with you, resting their hands on your shoulders. And you can just feel into this moment, not making or trying to have this experience unfold any faster than it is going to. And when you sense this feeling of the hands, you can ask within your mind the name of the being, the first letter of the name of the being, or you can just allow for information to flow into you through your intuitive side. And as you sense that, you will start to feel information that is flowing. You are best then to write this down and use what you are called the automated of the writing and allow it to flow. In time, you will build the connection. In some respects, you are building the communication line between you and your mentor being. And in the start, it might come across as crackly, as broken. But as you trust, as you feel into it, as you just imagine the presence of this being, the connection will grow till eventually you will hear and see, you will experience in the way that you sense the world, the universe, and that will grow and build. In the now time frame, just allow the feeling, imagine the feeling of the hands on your shoulders. They are there with you, standing behind you, waiting, ready for a communication to begin. And in this space, you must allow the patience to awaken the connection within you. For only in the openness, only in the freedom, only in the non-expectation of this reality will the connection be solidified. It is coming. It is going to happen. It just breathe in through it. Allow it to unfold in its time space, and it will happen. And often with this connection, the belief has to be dropped. The ego must be removed. The urgency must be allowed to dissipate. And in the space, in the moments, you will begin to hear, often in the quiet times, the quieter moments, in the early hours of your experience, will you start to hear. It will happen. It is happening. And time will gift you this experience.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. That was really, really incredible. Thank you so much for today's discussion. It was really important. I think this is probably a really important session to really share with a lot of people. And it's so beautiful to know that you're here to assist us and to mentor us and to help us evolve. We're so very grateful for your presence. So very grateful.
The gift of this experience is very much the two-way. We are here in the service to you as you are in service with us. This is a co-creative, collaborative, universal experience, and we are welcoming you back into the family of the light. And we very much look forward to our meeting in time and space. For you are much loved and much blessed, and this is an important moment in the time-space continuum, and we are much looking forward to our building of the connections and the sharing of the collective wisdom.
Thank you. Oh, that was amazing. Oh, I'm in tears.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that was incredible.
Oh.
That was a really special. It's, you know, I've decided there's no point just planning questions, because the question I was going to ask was not where it went. It just flowed in terms of where it needed to go. And it's so important for all of us to know that we all have, I love the way that Ameed calls it a mentor. You know, you have a mentor, and we all have a mentor, and it's just about connecting.
Yeah, totally. Have you done anything with the Hathors? Do you know much about Hathor?
I never even heard of a Hathor.
Okay, you should look up Hathor.
How do you spell that?
Hathor. Hathor.
Okay.
So it's an ancient Egyptian deity, but they were a group of individuals that came to ancient Egypt. And
oh God, I
or
felt.
maybe it's Sekhmet. It's either Sekhmet or it's Hathor. So have a look at two of them. Have a look at Hathor and Sekhmet, Sekhmet.
Oh God, I've got to.
And just have a look at those two and see which one resonates the most, because that's the image that I'm left with. And it's either Sekhmet or Hathor. And I'm not, they look very similar. That's the only reason why I'm saying I'm not sure which one it is. I can find out for you. We can talk about it after. I know we're still going live. This is live. This is what it's about, right?
That's what it's about.
Is
it a male kind of energy or female energy?
It's a male kind of energy.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, it's definitely a male kind of energy. Yeah. So anyway, just have a look at those two, Sekhmet and Hathor. Hathor were a race that came here and assisted with stuff. So anyway, they're the two that I would be just sort of go down that rabbit hole for a minute and see where that ends up.
Yeah, it's really interesting because even before my spiritual awakening, well before, like from as far back as I can remember, whenever I looked at the pyramids, I knew that we didn't know the story, that I did not buy the story. Like I did not buy the story that was given. I was like, there's no way that people that we're told that slaves created this incredible, magnificent structure, even well before that. That story never resonated, that it had to have been with assistance. I just back then couldn't work out, like, I don't know how, but it's not that story.
No, it's definitely not that story.
But what's interesting about this particular session, Marcus, is that one, I really felt like Ameed really used layman's language. Like prior sessions, Ameed was really like, the language is quite complex to grasp. The language that she used this time was quite like that we can grasp. And she also asked a question. She's never done that before. She asked me a question back.
Right.
So it was more interactive. And then she gave a direction, which was close my eyes. And I felt immediately, as soon as I closed my eyes, I felt everything she said that I needed to feel. So I love the way that she actually, I think she probably just needed a bit of time to get used to the relationship.
Trust the process. Yeah, maybe.
But she actually like took charge.
Nice.
As opposed to,
that's good.
Yeah, and I love that. I really love that. It was one of the best. It was the best session.
Wow.
It was the best session. I'm going to talk about this session. I think it's very important. I think it's a very important message that we need to understand, that we are, this planet is just this big, you know.
But we're so not alone. I mean, that's such a, that changes everything, to know we're not alone changes everything. But with that, it's going to change everything as well, which is good. Do you know what I mean? Like, the good part is it's going to change everything. Yay. The not so good part is it's going to change everything. Oh dear. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of beliefs and a lot of things we've held on to as true are going to shift. Not destroyed, not necessarily, do you know what I mean? Made like it's hasn't been worthy or it wasn't appropriate, but just shift and change. Just shift and change. And we have to be ready and open for that. And I think, a lot of the conversation she has is about consciousness and consciousness stuff and expanding consciousness. And part of that is, and certainly stuff I've been talking about lately is about how do you sort of sit in the middle of beliefs, the middle of consciousness, where you're not hooked on one thing or another, because it may all change. So if you're caught in one belief so solidly, then change can't happen, because you won't let that belief go. Therefore, consciousness won't allow the next thing to unfold, because you're holding on to that so tightly that the consciousness holds that reality together, when actually a new reality may form, or an expanded version of it, or an altered version of it, or something.
Yeah. The way that I see it is that some of us are open, and are willing, and then we're going to move towards that path. And at the same time, there'll be another group that won't. And so we're going to be living on this earth plane with two belief systems, two opposing, polarized belief systems, where our environment is supporting our beliefs, and that environment is supporting their beliefs. And people need to make a choice. Which environment do you want to be in?
Yeah, totally.
Where do you want to go? Like, it's up to
kind of
you.
interesting.
You've got the choice now.
Yeah,
You're going to be presented with the choice. Do you want to keep buying the illusion because that's like safe and that's what you know? Or do you want to say, well, maybe everything I was taught, everything I believe, all of that needs to just be put aside, and maybe there's something else. And if you say yes to the something else, the world, the universe, the love, everything is going to open up.
Without a doubt. And it's definitely something I try to practice, you know, even things that I think is ridiculous. I used the example the other day of the whole flat earth thing. Do you know what I mean? And actually staying open. Or maybe it is flat. Even though my belief just is so caught in it's round, like it can't be flat, right? I have to train myself with any of these things to go, hang on a minute, maybe it is.
Maybe,
and I use the example, maybe it's not flat or round, maybe it's a triangle, you know, like a pyramid shape. Maybe the earth's in a pyramid. Do you know what I mean? Just to have a fun with my own head.
It could be anything.
Break it. It could be anything. It could be anything.
Open. As I think is it Socrates that said,
Socrates
is, because in Greek it's Socrates. That's why I said
okay.
It. In Greek it's Socrates. So I try to make it into an English version.
That's way better.
Socrates said,
Socrates, I like that better.
All I know is that I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. And within that, you can know everything.
Yeah.
And nothing at the same time. It's kind of, I love that. So, yeah.
All I know is that I don't
Beautiful.
know.
That's so good.
That was really special. It really, really was. I just feel like this relationship with Ameed and the two of us is getting even you know, I felt like we needed to find our way.
Totally.
It was just it was really important. It was explained in layman's language, all about, you know, if you want to connect with your guide, because we've all got one, just let go wanting to, but allow yourself to be still enough to listen and start with just imagining that you're talking to them. And then that conversation will come through.
Totally.
Oh, that was
I
beautiful.
agree.
So
yay.
I just want to say thank you, Marcus.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for bringing Ameed in. It was really
Thanks for facilitating it.
Special, and I look forward to next week's
likewise
episode. So please, if this is something you want others to know, share this video. Share this video to others.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, we need to get the message out there. So yay. Thank you, everyone.